Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Student Services Open Event presentation. My name is Chalene Scott, and I work at the college as the Learning Support Manager and the designated safeguarding lead. Oops. So as part of the learning support, we aim to provide a student-centred approach to ensuring that all students have access to their learning and receive support appropriate for their needs, whether this is liaising directly with their parents, their previous education providers, external agencies, as well as getting feedback from their friends and their peers. As a learning support manager, my aim is to ensure all students have a positive experience when they come to study at the college. In order to do this, I ensure all staff, students and parents' views are listened to, and to ensure that, to ensure that all views are listened to so that we actually are able to provide the right facilities and resources available to support students, reducing their barriers to learning. All staff that work within the learning support team are also committed to ensuring students are able to receive the support that they need so that it reduces their barriers to learning and enables them to increase their independence and work towards their learning development progress in order to support them with their future destinations, whether this is going into further education, training or employment. So really what we aim to do is provide all the students with the right tools, support and strategies to support their achievement and development. As part of the learning support local offer that we provide at Barnet and Southgate College, we provide tutorials and awareness, that's to support students' personal development on various different topics to support their engagement in employment, personal development, such as understanding of mental health and well-being, or even just staying safe. We also have an assistive technology support that provides additional equipment to students, such as Claro Read or Dragon, which is assistive software to enable students to work independently, whether this is to support their normal way of working in the classroom or during formal exams. To support students that have physical disabilities and may have difficulties in their mobility, we do conduct health and safety risk assessments to ensure that they are able to access all areas of the college. And we also provide study and learning support skills development through our learning coaches within the Learning Resource Centre. We provide access arrangements, assessment. So we actually conduct assessments for students if they feel that they would need to have additional support in formal exams, whether this is for extra time, providing a separate room, a prompter, an additional reader or scribe for these exams, or even if it's just to support them throughout their normal timetabled lessons. We also support and reduce barriers to attendance and engagement through a range of support provided by the early help and safeguarding team, and also bespoke English and maths support sessions, which is delivered outside of the classroom to enable students working towards those specific qualifications to succeed and achieve and gain the appropriate qualifications, whether this is working towards a GCSE or functional skills qualification. We also provide a signposting and a referral process through working with a range of external partners, whether this is through CAMS, educational psychologists, local authority SEND teams, to ensure that we are sharing information appropriately to, again, ensure a student-centred approach. And as I previously mentioned, we have a dedicated safeguarding and pastoral support team that also works with external agencies, signposting students, parents to the appropriate external agencies to, again, support by reducing barriers to learning. Our mode of delivery for support is both face-to-face and remote delivery. So we are able to adapt how we deliver learning support for all students, whether you are accessing the curriculum through remote learning, using laptops and through Teams, or whether this is face-to-face in the classroom or within the Learning Support Resource Centre or directly in the classroom alongside your tutor. So we feel that we are able to ensure students have access to support regardless of whether they are in the classroom or outside. The Student Services team comprises of a range of different professionals and specialists that provide either one-to-one support, workshop and classroom delivery, or specialist support. So for the one-to-one support, we're able to provide in-house counselling support, careers advisors, learning coaches that provide, again, that bespoke English and maths development out of the classroom. Our learning support tutors also provide remote and out of class support, specifically providing skills for students in terms of time management, study skills, as well as reducing anxiety towards their learning and development, whether this is preparing for exams also. We also provide one-to-one support through our welfare advisors, as well as our designated safeguarding officers. For workshop and class delivery, you are able to access advice and awareness through the careers advisors. We have a range of learning support practitioners and teaching assistants to provide in-class support to students, whether that is from a distance or directly working side by side whilst their personal tutor is delivering learning to the students in front of a whole class. And we also have a range of progression coaches that provides workshops to students to support their personal development, and this can cover a range of topics through sexual health, personal development, understanding the prevent agenda, as well as through topics through online safety and personal development. And we also have our specialist support provided through our ALS placement officer that works alongside parents, SEND workers and external professionals to support families as well as students, and those that have an education healthcare plan and supporting with the annual review process. We've also have an assistive technology coordinator that does assessments, and exam access arrangements advisor who conducts the assessments for all students that would benefit from the exam access arrangements as part of their normal way of working. So we actively seek students' feedback about the support they received. And as you can see, we have received some great feedback over the years. And last year in particular, where students found the support really helpful, particularly when it came to their reading and writing. Very pleased and happy about the type of, about finding the right course for them, which enabled them to work towards what they wanted to do with their future. As well as supporting with reducing various barriers such as dyslexia, and really supporting their progress onto university. Students also would like to thank their in-class support, such as their this TA, Anna, where the student felt that she had been by her side the whole time and really encouraged the student to push herself and to be the best that she can be. This student also really enjoyed the company of their the communication officer, so we have a range of signers, and this particular student found Jan's company really helpful. And also, you know, it's good that our staff are able to develop a close relationship and a working relationship with our students, which also helps with reducing barriers to learning. So we try to aim to ensure that all students have a real relaxed environment and able to learn in an environment where they are able to thrive and really engage and forget about any particular barriers that they may experience prior to coming to college, or any barriers that they may already present with. So as part of, if you do feel that you would benefit from support from the learning support team, please do not hesitate to contact us. You can do so by emailing learning support at Barnet and Southgate College.ac.uk. For those that may have an education healthcare plan and you're thinking about coming to study with us, please do send all the relevant paperwork to us at a very early stage of considering and studying with us, so we can liaise directly with the local authorities. Please do encourage your schools to forward all exam access arrangements that you've had previously, whether this is from your previous school or your college. We do require that paperwork and evidence to support with our ongoing assessments. Also, we like to speak to external agencies such as CAMS, so any evidence to provide us to enable us to really support and identify what your support needs is helpful. I'm going to pass you over to our careers advisor, who will provide more information on the services that we provide as part of the student services team. Look forward to hearing from you, and if you've got any questions, please do forward those in the chat. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Take care.
Hello. Hello, so you're speaking to Heather Clancy. I'm one of the careers advisors in the college, one of 5 careers advisors, and we're based across all campuses. We help and support with a range of different things. I'm just going to share my presentation with you, and at the end you'll have an opportunity to ask some questions. So, as I said, my name's Heather Clancy. You will have some of my contact details at the end of the presentation. The aim of this delivery of this session is to give you an idea, an overview of courses at the college, also give you a little bit of an idea about what support we give as careers advisors, very tailored support for students, and maybe some tips on picking the right courses. So, what you can expect from us in our careers department are professionally trained advisors. Whether or not a student is based on a particular campus, they can access careers advisors on different campuses as well. So if a student lives maybe closer to the Wood Street site or Colindale site, they can go to whichever site they like for careers advice. We offer impartial advice and guidance, so really to work and tailor the advice and support for the student. One-to-one appointments across all campuses. In the current climate, we're able to offer face-to-face, but also remote appointments, which are working very well. We offer advice on things like courses, careers exploration, if somebody's not quite sure what they'd like to do in the future and wants to explore some ideas. Applying to university, lots of work on that, helping students to plan and prepare for their university applications. And employability, so that could be things like giving advice on CVs, job application forms and job search. To give you a bit of an overview of some of the courses available, I'm just going to show you this first slide. So we offer the opportunity for people to study GCSEs here. For young people on our mainstream programmes, we're looking at GCSE retakes if they haven't quite got the grades they need. So usually they need to be getting a grade 4 pass for the majority of jobs and courses going forward. That differs for some careers, but obviously they can receive tailored support from us. So if they haven't quite achieved that, depending on the programme they choose, pretty much all of the full-time mainstream programmes will offer the chance to retake English and maths if they need to. We also offer a GCSE science package, and that would give them the chance, if they've achieved grade 3s in English, maths and their sciences, to retake those subjects. So again, very much depends on what grades they get as to which courses they can do. And GCSEs, generally speaking, obviously it's been a bit of a different year, but they're assessed via exams, as are A-levels. That's the main way to assess these courses. And with A-levels, we look at offering a range of subjects, which if you've signed up for the webinars, you'll hear more about that later on as well from the tutors. You'd pretty much choose 3 subjects to study at the same time, and that can help students keep their options open, and may be essential for certain career paths. If you're looking at something like becoming a doctor, for example, certainly A-levels would be the route students take. And then some of the other courses that we offer would be BTECs and University of the Arts London courses. So they're much more practical in the way they're delivered, but also have some theory attached to them, and it gives them knowledge, understanding and skills for particular job areas. So for example, we have art and design courses. Students would study that solely, but learn very in depth. Again, some of the other examples there: business, health and social care, IT and sport, but we have very many courses, different topics, and mainly assessed via coursework. And then some of our more specific vocational courses, students may choose to study a particular subject because they want to go often straight into employment. So it gives very practical skills for the job, and helps people to move on directly into work at that point. And again, assessed via coursework, but often through practical skills and observations as well. Okay. So then for adults who are 19 and over, we offer access courses. These give people a second chance, if you like. If you haven't quite achieved the grades you wanted at A-level, many of our students are a bit more mature. They could be in their 30s and 40s and are deciding on a new career path. And a 1-year intensive access course can prepare somebody to go to university. Some examples of what we offer are nursing, science, social work. The entry requirements are usually English and maths passes. It's very unusual for us to offer you a place on an access course without that, but English and maths would certainly be what's required. As far as other qualifications go, they're not the essential criteria. It has to be English and maths. And other courses on offer for adults who have passed through their mainstream education. We do a range of different courses that are what we call higher education, between levels 4 and 6. So for example, our 2-year foundation degrees, they run usually over 2 years, often 3 years part-time, but they're similar to having 2 years of a 3-year degree. And if you do well on that, you can top up to a full bachelor degree. The entry requirements vary, so tutors usually will look at what your maybe work experience is, if you've done a lot of work experience in a particular area in the past. They will want to see your capabilities with English and maths as well, but you really need to talk to tutors to find out your suitability for that. But we offer a range of those courses. And then other courses we offer, there are very many, and our website will have lots of information on this. So for many people, they need to develop their English and maths skills. Maybe if you're somebody who's fairly new to the country, you might want to develop your English language skills. So we have a range of other courses that we offer. For adults, they tend to be part-time. ESOL, teaching you English. Functional skills, that's usually English and maths, part-time. We do have some community courses with IT, so they're in outreach centres where you could possibly study that. And also foundation learning and entry level, if you haven't quite got what you need to maybe study GCSEs at the moment. So the entry requirements do vary. I've just put some slides up here, and you will have this presentation as well. So for level 2 courses, we're usually looking at students having grade 3 or above. Certainly English and maths is important in all areas. For level 3, which is similar to A levels or BTEC or UAL level 3 course, usually looking at 4 to 6 GCSEs, grade 4 to 9, but the English and maths is especially important. So this gives you a guide on that. And again, you will get this presentation, but this slide gives you an indication of what the different levels mean. So if we look, for example, at level 2, okay, I'll just hover here, that's similar to having 5 GCSE passes at grades 4 to 9. So just some tips on choosing the right course. Think about if you have any particular career ideas. How do you learn and perform best? Do you really like having very practical learning, or do you like theoretical reading from books? What level are you currently at or likely to reach? And do you need to get further information and advice to support your decision making? And got another slide which shows you some tips and websites, useful websites. You also have an email where you can ask for general advice from one of our careers advisors, and my contact details are at the end too. So thank you for listening. I'm not sure if we have time for questions, but I'm happy to respond to them if you pop them into the chat, whether that be by messaging. And that's that for now. So I think my video stopped there. So I'm just going to pop the, I can see there were questions and answers. I'm not sure what we have here. So I think we do have a seminar for A level. I think maybe Nick will respond to you. Okay, I think that might be a question for Chalene here as well. So thank you for listening. And okay, and just contact me by email if you need to ask any questions. Thank you.